Think about it. We're surrounded by wearable tech. Smartwatches, fitness trackers, wireless earbuds. I mean, they're basically a part of us now. But have you ever really stopped to think about how they all talk to each other? They're constantly just shouting into the air with signals like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. It's messy, it's insecure, and it's incredibly power hungry. So what if there was a better way? What if we could turn our very own bodies into the network?
I mean, just imagine that for a second. A simple fist bump, and boom, you've exchanged contact info. No fumbling for a card, and no, this is not science fiction. This one idea perfectly captures the potential of a revolutionary new technology that literally uses your body as a high-speed, secure data cable. All right, let's really get into this.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about the wireless problems we all deal with every day. Then, we'll get into this wild new idea of using the body as a wire. After that, we'll see just how big a deal this tech is, what this Internet of Bodies could look like, and finally, we'll touch on the very real reactions people are having, both the excitement and, yeah, the fear.
Look, we all love our wireless stuff, right? The convenience is amazing. But we're also living with its hidden costs every single day. That constant need to charge everything, the dropped connections, the little security worries in the back of your mind, it all comes from a really basic problem with how our devices talk to each other.
Forever, we've been stuck with this basic trade-off. You've got wired connections on one side, super efficient, like 1,000 times more efficient than wireless, and really secure. But let's be honest, they're a pain. On the other hand, you have wireless, which is just fantastically convenient, but it is a massive energy hog and it's just naturally insecure. We've always had to pick convenience over performance.
And yep, this picture pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? We're building this Internet of Bodies, just covering ourselves in smart gadgets. But every single one of these things needs its own power-hungry radio to talk, creating what scientists call an energy bottleneck. That's why you're constantly looking for a charger for your watch, your earbuds, and your fitness ring.
So here's the fundamental problem. Things like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, they're basically shouting. They just blast your data in every direction in this big 5 to 10 meter bubble. It's totally inefficient when your watch just needs to talk to the phone in your pocket, and it's super insecure because, yeah, the person at the next table over could potentially be listening in.
So, faced with this mess, a group of researchers asked a really simple but kind of profound question. And that led them to a completely new way of thinking. One that doesn't just try to fix radio waves, but replaces them with something we've had with us the whole time.
And this was the big question. Think about it. Our own nervous system uses electrical signals to send messages from our brain to our hands. We already know the body can transmit data, so could we actually use it to connect our gadgets? And it turns out, the answer is a huge, resounding yes. Okay, so the science behind all this is called electroquasi-static fields, or EQS. Yeah, I know, big name, but don't worry about it. All you need to know is this. It's a type of super low-energy electric field that doesn't shoot out into the air like a radio wave. Instead, it gets contained, creating a signal that travels right along a conductive surface, like, say, our body. This visual really tells the whole story, right? On the left, you've got Bluetooth just shouting data everywhere. And then, on the right, you have this new tech, they call it wire, creating this tight, private bubble of data right around your body. It's literally the difference between screaming in a packed room and whispering directly into someone's ear. I just love this quote because it's so perfect. Our bodies aren't made of copper, obviously, so we're not a perfect wire, we're a bad wire. But, and this is the whole key, we are way, way more conductive than the air around us. And for this tech, that's all you need. So, it turns out, using the body as a bad wire doesn't just kinda work, it works spectacularly well. And we're not talking about a small, incremental improvement over Bluetooth here. This is a massive quantum leap forward in pretty much every way. Okay, first up, and this is the big one, energy. VR is up to 100 times more energy efficient. Let that sink in. Not 10%, not double, 100 times. This is the breakthrough that just smashes that energy bottleneck we were talking about. It's what makes devices that last for months, or maybe even never need charging, a real possibility. And you're probably thinking, okay, so it's efficient, but is it slow? Nope, it's actually the opposite. WeRay is already showing it can hit data rates up to 10 times higher than Bluetooth. So we're talking high-quality audio streaming, even video, not just little blips of health data. So let's just put it all together on a chart here. This really shows you just how much of a game changer VR is. You look at energy efficiency, it's not even in the same league as the others. Data rate is way higher,
And then look at security. Bluetooth just relies on math, on encryption. Wear has that plus physical security, because a hacker would literally have to touch you to even get a sniff of the signal.
Okay, so we've got a technology that's 100 times more efficient, 10 times faster, and physically secure. What in the world does that future actually look like? What does this Internet of Bodies really mean for us?
Well, for starters, think about things like your smart ring or your fitness tracker. We're talking about an era of perpetual operation. Because the power use is so ridiculously low, these things could run for over a year on a tiny battery, or maybe even power themselves by harvesting your body heat. You just put it on and completely forget about it.
Now, what about the really high data stuff, like AR glasses? This changes everything. Right now, AR headsets are these big, bulky things that get hot because you've got a whole computer strapped to your face. With YR, the glasses can just be a simple, lightweight display that streams video from the powerful smartphone in your pocket. That's how we get comfortable all-day AR. It becomes a reality.
And from there, the possibilities just kind of explode. Imagine paying for your morning coffee just by tapping your finger. Your car unlocking the second you touch the handle. Medical sensors so tiny and efficient you don't even know they're there, just giving you a constant, real-time health dashboard. This has huge potential for things like secure military comms and truly immersive, lightweight VR, too.
Okay, but a technology this personal, one that literally turns our bodies into a network, well, that doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? It's going to spark some pretty powerful reactions, and it's already starting to. From total excitement to some pretty deep-seated fear. So on one side, you've got this pure excitement. This quote from a Reddit user just captures that feeling perfectly, right? That sense of wonder, seeing a piece of the future actually arrive, and just imagining how wild things are going to get in the next decade or two.
But, of course, there's a flip side. This comment shows that common fear that this kind of seamless connection is a slippery slope to a dystopian future, one with constant surveillance and zero privacy. And you know what? That's a totally valid concern anytime we start blurring the lines between our digital and our physical selves.
So, is this all just sci-fi dreams? How far away are we really? Well, according to Axana, the company that's making YR a reality, it's actually closer than you might think. We should start seeing it in things like wearables and headsets in the next 2 to 4 years, and then hitting smartphones in maybe 4 or 5 years.
And all of this brings us to one last big kind of provocative thought. This technology isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamental shift. We're moving our digital connections from devices we hold on our hands to the very surface of our skin. It promises this incredible future of invisible, seamless help, but it also blurs a line we've always just taken for granted. So the question we're really left with is this: as our bodies actually become the network, where does our technology end, and where do we begin?